The following segment sponsored by Dr. Stuart Leicht, Dermatology.
We are here on location kicking off a new series, a Meet Your Provider, and we're starting right here in the Boones Creek area. We have Dr. Stuart Leicht joining us today. Dermatologist, we say, but really a whole world when it comes to the medical world. And thanks so much for having us out today.
Well, I appreciate your having me.
You've got quite the background, many years of experience. Let's start there. What led you to Johnson City?
Well, I grew up in New York on Long Island, about 40 miles out of New York City, and lived there obviously all my life up until that point. Went to State University of New York at Binghamton, upstate New York. And after I was done with that, I was kind of tired of living up in the culture of New York, the hectic aspects of it. People weren't very friendly. I just didn't really care for the culture and I wanted to change. And I applied down at Emory. I wanted to get out of the cultural area essentially and went down there, and that was a refreshing reawakening of everything. So I decided to get away, and I spent 4 years at Emory, which at the time in Atlanta was much more like a small town. It's probably somewhat different today, but it was a wonderful experience, great education, wonderful school. Spent 4 years there, and when I finished that, I went up to the University of Virginia. And I did a residency in internal medicine, a full residency, and after that I did a dermatology residency at a conjoint program between Boston University and Tufts. And then I didn't know what I was going to do. There are many, at the time that I did training, there were a significant proportion of the dermatologist trainees that had done internal medicine also. It made you more competitive to get in, since dermatology is singularly the most competitive residency to get into. But uniquely, I enjoyed internal medicine and I wanted to continue to practice it in some regard anyway. And it made for a confusing circumstance because I didn't go into academics. I didn't think my demeanor, to put it bluntly, would do well in academics, though ironically I wound up in it. But the HMOs didn't know what to do with me and didn't know where to go. One of my co-residents suggested that his roommate had come down here to be the chief of the VA at Quillen, at Quillen College of Medicine, and he would go there were his wife willing to go east, west, north, or south of Boston, but she wasn't. He suggested that I go, and I had nothing to lose. I went, and they offered me the position coming out of residency, chief of the division of dermatology, and it was pretty much do whatever you want. So when I came down here, I was a half-time emergency room doctor. I attended as a attending physician on the wards where we teach the residents and students how to take care of the patients and oversee that. In the end, I really enjoyed what I was doing here, enjoyed the area, so I decided to stay. But I got to do things that I think very few dermatologists did. At one point, I was an ICU attending for a month, probably the only ICU attending in the entire United States that had a background as a dermatologist, but it was a little humorous.
Humorous and just so unique. So obviously you bring a totally different perspective when it comes to treating patients in dermatology.
Well, I've been here over 40 years, so I was the second dermatologist in the area, and I clearly, at least in this area, I have the longest experience. But yeah, I'd like to think that the training, the experience that I had, the positions that I took gives me a little bit more perspective and depth and appreciation of disease processes.
And certainly here in Boones Creek, you see a lot of different conditions in the world of dermatology.
Oh, yeah, I mean, one of the reasons I went into dermatology is because it has the largest number of diseases of any specialty, and it overlaps with a lot of infectious disease entities, rheumatology processes, hereditary issues, and whatever. I mean, it's very challenging. It's a lot of fun. Patients are great. So yeah, even in this area, we see a span of unusual problems and conditions that we can help deal with. Yes.
And you've gotten to know your patients quite a bit over the years as well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they frequently bring food in, and we've been invited to parties. We've invited them to parties, and yeah, it's I run a very informal practice. You know, I was in academics I was chief of the division of dermatology for 36 years at ETSU. You have to be a bit more formal, at least when you're in that kind of environment where it's more hierarchical. But here, you know, I'm not out to make $1 million. I brought over people that I worked with that I enjoyed. We made sure that they were rewarded well for what they do. And I want to enjoy my patients. We have a very informal environment. If you're a patient that wants a stiff, stodgy doctor who acts frightened of you, it's not going to happen here. We're very low key, very relaxed, very laid back. We're serious. I'm serious when we have to deal with serious problems, but otherwise, you know, we're here to have a good time. And I have to say, some of our patients indicate that they really enjoy coming here. It's something that they look forward to, and not so with other physicians. So, yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm sure they find it refreshing.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, we are certainly looking forward to getting to know you and some of the different things that you are offering the community here with our Meet Your Provider series. In the meantime, we're going to give everybody some information. If you would like to learn more or set up an appointment, we're going to give you his information. And again, that's Dr. Stuart Leicht, and you can find him right here in the Boones Creek area. For more information as well, you can check out the website.
The preceding segment sponsored by Dr. Stuart Leicht, Dermatology.